Tensions between Iran and the United States have seen a new development, with Iran saying that there are currently no direct negotiations taking place with the United States. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Esmail Baghai held the United States responsible for military aggression and described its conduct as inconsistent and erratic. On the other hand, after nearly 2 weeks of sustained bombing, the United States has halted its attacks on Iran, after which Tehran has also suspended its retaliatory actions in the region. Iran claims that it destroyed approximately 18 aircraft in hangars at the base in Oman during missile attacks, where the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has also claimed 200 fatalities, although this has not been independently verified. According to experts, even if the number of fatalities is 20, it would be considered a major strategic setback for the United States. Iran's annual defense budget is approximately $23 billion, while the United States is spending approximately $996 billion, and a defense budget of $1.15 trillion has already been approved for the next fiscal year. The United States has approximately 800 military bases around the world, of which 27 are located in the Middle East, where approximately 50,000 American troops are deployed. Reports surfaced in the American media regarding a shortage of ammunition, stating that stocks of air defense missiles are dwindling. However, President Donald Trump categorically denied these reports, saying that the United States has more ammunition than any other country in the world and that it is far more than necessary. Earlier, CNN had reported that Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General Dan Kane had informed about the reduction in stockpiles, while the Wall Street Journal had also published reports of a similar nature. The economic effects of the ongoing war between the United States and Iran are also becoming increasingly evident. After the United States and Iran halted their attacks, the price of Brent crude oil in the global market fell by approximately 8% to $86 per barrel, although last week, due to tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, the same price had surged beyond $100 per barrel. According to some reports, the United States strategic oil reserves have declined from less than 174 days to only the equivalent of 2 to 2.5 weeks, while China reportedly maintains reserves of more than 120 days. Interestingly, while there is the noise of war and heated rhetoric between the United States and Iran, diplomatic activities are also continuing on a parallel front. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has arrived in Washington, where Iran will be the top topic in his meeting with US President Donald Trump. According to the Israeli Prime Minister, the two leaders will discuss Israel's security, the regional situation, and other key matters. On the other hand, the Omani delegation is continuing negotiations in Tehran regarding the Strait of Hormuz. Iran says that it has not shown any flexibility in its position on the administration of the Strait of Hormuz and is also not holding direct negotiations with the United States. However, the Iranian leadership has previously acknowledged back-channel negotiations on several occasions and has continued to say that despite the war, the path for negotiations has been left open. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia has announced that its air defense system intercepted drones coming from Iraq that were attempting to target oil facilities in the eastern region. Jordan has also confirmed intercepting two drones. However, in both incidents, no casualties or financial losses have been reported. The situation in Gaza and Lebanon, the occupied Palestinian territories that were initially ravaged by Israeli attacks, also remains alarming. The United Nations has warned that due to a reduction in aid funding, two-thirds of Gaza's population could face food shortages by the end of the year. Lebanese President Joseph Aoun has described Israeli operations in southern Lebanon as a flagrant violation of international law and human rights, while the Israeli military raided the UNRWA training center in the Kalandia camp near East Jerusalem and took staff into custody. On the other hand, Iran has warned that the attack on an Iranian commercial ship in the Caspian Sea by Ukraine will inevitably be answered. At the same time, according to observers, escalating tensions among global powers, shifts in the financial strategy of the Gulf countries, and the evolving balance of power in the global economy could have profound effects on future geopolitics. Human history is witness that war has never proved to be a permanent solution to any problem. Rather, it results only in the loss of human lives, economic devastation, displacement, hunger, and deepening hostility, while ordinary civilians bear the burden generation after generation through poverty, starvation, and the worst living conditions. Lasting peace, mutual respect, diplomacy, and negotiations can be regarded as the only path that can save not only the region but the entire world from further destruction. Pakistan and Qatar have already presented proposals to Iran and the United States regarding ceasefire negotiations. However, it now remains to be seen how the parties respond to these proposals aimed at paving the way for peace amid the blazing flames of war upon which the political, social, and economic future of the entire world depends.